can get everybody seated, we will get ready for our main event. So clap it up if you have had a good time or a great experience already since you've been here. All right. We had some great workshops, great forums, and if you missed my session, it's a wrap. Too bad. Too bad, because it was off the chain. It was good. It was good. Yeah, later on. You got to pay me. Okay, I'm a professional. All right, but again, seriously, we'd like to, again, welcome you here for the 2019 Maryland Male Students of Color. We've had a great day thus far, and we are very excited. Before I go any further, I just want to recognize a special cohort who's here with us today. So if you all would help me clap it up for Clarksburg High School. Come on, you all can do better than that. Come on. You know, I would ask them to stand, but they doing like, But anyway, we're happy to have them come and join us. They're our neighbors. They're not very far from us, and actually they are consider themselves pretty lucky to be able to be here today with our college students and others. And maybe one day they'll be inspired to attend one of our colleges, and we'd love to have you here at MC. So at this point in time, I'd like to bring to the stage two students that I would say I've been knowing them a very, very long time. They're two MC students, and they have a great performance for us. So I want you all to really, really hype it up and welcome to the stage Miss Simone Hicks and Mr. Sean Austin. Give them a hand.
Wake up, MC, wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, y'all, wake up.
Wake up all the students, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead.
Yeah.
The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. But there's still so much hatred, war and poverty.
Yeah.
Wake up all the teachers.
Wake up, y'all, wake up, wake up.
Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
Listen, y'all.
Cause they're the ones who's coming up and the world is in their hands. Where we teach the children, teach them the very best you can.
Come on, y'all, clap your hands.
Oh, the world won't get no
better, y'all.
If we just let it be.
Let it be, y'all.
Oh, no, the world won't get no better.
Won't get better, y'all.
You gotta change it, yeah, just you and me.
Yeah.
Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well.
Wake up.
They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hell. And they don't have so very long before their judgment day.
Nah.
So won't you make them happy before they pass away?
Come on, y'all.
Oh yeah. Wake up all the builders.
Wake up.
Time to build our new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand.
Lend a hand, y'all.
The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds.
Y'all.
Surely things will work out, cause they do every time.
Yes, they do work out.
Oh yeah, the world won't get no better.
Won't get better, y'all.
If we just let it be.
Let it be, y'all.
Oh no, the world won't get no better.
Won't get better, y'all.
Yeah, gotta change it, yeah, just you and me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the God hour, the morning that I wake up, just for the breath of life. I thank my maker. My mom said I come from hustlers and shakers. My mom built it on skyscrapers and acres. He said take us back to where we would belong. I try to write a song as sweet as the Psalms, the one that type to bear arms and even wear heart on my sleeve. Even when I fell in God I believe in. Breathe the days in, weave through the maze in. Seasons so amazing, feed them and raise them. Seasons are aging, earthquake, wars, and rumors. I want us to get by, but we more than consumers. We more than shooters, more than looters. Creating an image so God live through us. And even living in this generation, only love can always reboot us. Come on, y'all.
Oh, wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed.
Wake up, everybody, wake up, wake up.
Everybody, I said I need a little help.
Need a little help, y'all.
I can't do it alone. I need a little help
Need
now.
a little help, y'all.
Badu, 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 badu. Oh, help everybody. Badu, 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 badu. Oh,
Come on.
Wake up, everybody.
Wake up.
Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, I know y'all can clap it up better than that for this right here. Come on now. All right. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Now I'd like to bring to the stage another student who's very dear to me. I want to say my very own, but our very own, Eduardo Chavez. Clap it up for him.
Thank you, thank you. My name is Eduardo Chavez. I'm a student here at Montgomery College. And I wanted to give a few quick words before we move to the next speaker. I am a student, just like all of you. I've gone through the same kind of ordeals that all of you have gone through. Very similar ones, at least, I would think. I think that this is a great opportunity for all of us here at this summit. This is an excellent chance to learn, network, and to gain the knowledge that we need to help us succeed. And we really need to grasp this opportunity as best we can. Montgomery College's slogan is, "Make your move." What does that mean to you? Just think about it, because to me, it means that the responsibility is placed on me, on my own shoulders. It means that it gives me the power to make a change, to make a difference, to achieve my goals, and to better myself every single day. In the end, the responsibility for betterment is my own. I can only depend on others to a certain extent. What really makes the difference if I make my own move. I must have confidence. I must have willpower. I'm an international student. I came from Venezuela, a country that is beset by violence, poverty, despair, many other issues. I came here to the United States with 2 pieces of luggage. That was all I had to my name. I came here not knowing anyone except for a few handful of family members. I decided to make my own way in this country. I am, of course, eternally grateful to everyone that has helped me, the support that I received from my family members, from within Montgomery College, as well as from outside Montgomery College. I also have to understand that this was my decision to come here to this country. There's no backing down now. I am here. I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to embrace change. I'm here at the summit because it was an opportunity given to me so that I could achieve my goals. Each of you here right now is in a similar position. You are here right now to have been given an opportunity. This is an opportunity that we cannot let go. The opportunities are here right now. We have to use everything we have at our disposal. All the resources available to us to succeed. I would like to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Pollard. As the president of Montgomery College, she is in charge of leading this important institution. Montgomery College is what it is thanks to her. She spearheaded a new direction for MC and provided a much-needed revision to its mission and strategic plan to make students like you and me the focus. Dr. Pollard is a member of the Community College Advisory Panel at the College Board and at Higher Education Research and Development Institution Advisory Board. She also serves the board directors for the American Association of Community Colleges and is serving her first year as the president of the American Association of Women for Community Colleges. She was recently named one of Washington's 100 most influential women by Washingtonian magazine. She won an Academic Leadership Award from Carnegie Corporation of New York, and was awarded a Visionary Award by the Washington Area Women's Foundation. And most importantly, she is a champion of diversity, inclusiveness, and equity. And she is, of course, also a mother. As a student in Montgomery College, I'm extremely grateful to her for everything she has and continues to do for our college. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Darion P. Pollard.
Good afternoon. Thank you. So I am the mother. I'm the mother, though, of a little brown boy. So I'm here because I believe in black girl magic, but I also believe in black boy joy. And I believe most deeply that Montgomery College is committed to your success. In fact, I know that. And we're a part of a wonderful network of community colleges across the state of Maryland that is committed to your success. And I'm so proud of this conference. I'm so proud of you that you've chosen to be here today. And I hope that, as our student speaker said, you take something from this. This is your moment. I hope you make connections. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is I'm from Clarksburg. So it made my heart happy to see some Clarksburg folks up in the house, because they forget about us every once in a while. They think that, oh, we're not down county, we're not mid county, we holding it real right there in Up County. So I'm delighted that y'all are here, and I'm hopeful that you all have a wonderful opportunity. I look forward to seeing many of you all walk across your high school stage, and I look forward to seeing many of you come to Montgomery College, because we know for a fact that this is your community college. So I would do some shout outs, but I just got to make sure. I know we got, how many Montgomery College people we got in the room? Can y'all give me something for that? Montgomery College. Hey, I like that. No, I think I know some, see, because you know I was going to mess up. Anne Arundel, we got Anne Arundel in the house? That's all right, yeah, all right. We got some Cecil College in the house? Yeah. How about some Carroll Community College? Y'all in the house? Yeah, all right. CCBC in the house? Oh, y'all gonna let them come up in my house and show out like that? All right. College of Southern Maryland, y'all in the house? Frederick Community College, y'all in the house? Oh, y'all must be mixed up, because there's a whole lot of people right over here in this corner, all right? Garrett College, y'all in the house? That's a long drive from Garrett, I understand. I was just there a couple days. Hagerstown in the house? All right, very good. Welcome, Hartford. Thank you, Hartford. Glad to have you here. Hood College, got some folks in the house. Oh, okay, I had to put my glasses on so I can see that right there. All right. Howard Community College, y'all in the house? All right. Prince George's Community College, y'all in the house? All right, we got some here. Warwick Community College. Okay. And just because this is my house, I'm going to do this one more time. Do I got any Montgomery College people in the house? I just had to check, because I was feeling some kind of way there for a moment. But let me just say, all of you are welcome to Montgomery College. This is everybody's house today, and I'm looking forward to hearing wonderful evaluations about today. I see so many talented young men in this room, and I see so many people who care about you, who are here with you, and who supported your attendance here today. Living up to that potential that you know you have and the potential that we believe you have is one of the most important things I hope that you take away from today's experience. We know for a fact that there is an opportunity gap in higher education. We know that community colleges work hard every day to close that gap and to provide the support services that are necessary to get through. Many of us have had experiences that make us the first in our family to go to college. Many of us are combating tremendous odds to be here. So the fact that you choose to be in college, the fact that you choose to be here today, I salute you. And I want to be a co-conspirator in your success. And it's important that you know for a fact, as Enrique said, that you are responsible for the success that you bring, and then you hold all of us accountable to make sure that we're helping you to the best of your ability. A part of the process, I think, is maintaining high standards for yourselves. My friend and colleague, the president of University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Freeman Hrabowski, was here not too long ago, and he talks about the bigotry of low expectations. I'm gonna let you sit with that for a minute, the bigotry of low expectations. And he says that he was referring to faculty who lower their expectations. But I see this oftentimes in students who do that themselves, to themselves. They think that this is too hard. Now, my son, every once in a while, will come up and say that. He said, "Mama, this is hard," and he's in 7th grade. And getting him to sit still to do anything besides play a game, and put on some deodorant, can be a struggle. But it breaks my heart when I hear him say that, because then I tell him life is about struggle. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everybody would be able to do it well. That's not the fact. So we know that life can be a struggle, but it's about how you choose to approach your struggle, how you choose to fight through that struggle that will define who you are. And again, the fact that you choose to be here today tells me about the fact that you want to be in control of your narrative and your destiny. So as you journey through college, all of the institutions that are represented here today, I want you to look for ways to maximize your success. I want to make sure that you're taking advantage of faculty office hours, that you're going to class, that you're prepared, taking notes, that you've read the materials before you walk in, but to know that the job doesn't stop after you walk out of the classroom. It's about seeking tutoring. It's going to learning resource centers. It's asking for help when you need it. Now, let me just stop on that for a second. I know that oftentimes the act of asking for help can seem overwhelming. And I know that particularly for young men and young men of color, you don't oftentimes know that people are listening to you. Make them hear you by asking for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of softness. It's not a sign that, oh, you know what, you can't manage your business. That's not what it's about, because each and every one of us at some point in our life needs help. And it's okay to ask for it. And if the resources aren't there to provide that support for you, then you figure out and ask people how to make that happen. Let us be a part of your journey towards success. We're very fortunate today to have someone here today to talk to you about self-advocacy, to talk to you about how to make a way oftentimes out of no way, to figure out how you're going to choose to approach this work. Dr. Steve Perry is a passionate advocate for survival and achievement in our community. His skills were hard-won in a challenging childhood, where he segued that into graduation from an Ivy League college. Because of his own personal story, he is not afraid to call out the places where we are not being successful in helping you be successful. He is very thoughtful about calling out the shortcomings that we have, and his philosophy of truth-telling and self-assessment are pillars that the best educators and psychologists tie to empowerment and achievement. As the founder of the Capital Prep Schools, Dr. Perry has taken education and made it a tool for liberation. He is more than willing to take a crisis and make it into a learning opportunity for students and families and for communities. Rather than turning our backs and running away from these issues in which we may be struck, he leans into them intentionally. Dr. Perry's outreach to grassroots communities as an educator and as a social worker have given him a unique perspective on motivation and discipline. He has collaborated on opening not one, not two, not 3, but 4 schools, is the author of 6 books, and is a riveting, compelling commentator on many television shows. His message has been featured on countless television shows on MSNBC, Fox, CNN, Al Jazeera, BET, and NBC, as well as on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Please join me in giving a warm Maryland welcome to Dr. Steve Perry.
One more time. Thank you so much. Oh, that's not for you. That's for the microphone people. But good afternoon again. Thank you so much for having me here today. I also want to thank you for being here. This is not a day off for you. It's a day on. It's an opportunity for you to learn from each other and, quite frankly, about yourself. Last week, Wednesday, at 9:30 a.m., my life changed. I was landing in Kansas City, Missouri, and my phone rang and rang and rang. But when you're on the flight, you can't pick up the phone. So when I landed, one of the first people that I spoke with was someone I hadn't spoken to in quite some time. I start here because I want you to understand that so often when older people speak to younger people, we speak about our past and our present. We talk to you as if the life that we're currently living is one that you should aspire to live. So often when we tell our story, it seems like it's already done. When we share the struggles that we tell them as if we were the hero of the story. Never is anyone a villain in their own story. I find it funny that legislators are going after Facebook because they want them to police ads. They don't want people to lie on social media. Is there anything else on social media but lies? That ain't his car he's taking pictures in front of, because people who own cars like that don't take pictures in front of them. She ain't that thin or that cute. And nobody's having that much fun. So many of us, when we share our stories, are unwilling to be honest about our stories, especially as Black and Latino men. It is a dangerous place for us to be vulnerable. It is dangerous for us because we've been led to believe by people who care about us that the only way we could truly be men is to be hard, to be tough. You hear a girl say, "I want an intelligent hoodlum." I want somebody street smart and book smart. I want somebody to stand up for me. Maybe you shouldn't have so much mouth. See, for so many of us as men and young men, we don't understand that the fix is in. Y'all have been played, led astray, run amok, bamboozled, fooled, hoodwinked. Because you, like I, have been led to believe that we don't bleed, that we don't feel, and that we don't cry. In fact, if I would ask every single young man in here when was the last time you cried, you'd know exactly when. But some of our female friends here, if I ask them if they cried, they'd think, I think on the way here. Matter of fact, am I crying now? See, what you do not understand and why we're here today is because you have been played. And what I mean by that is the following. There's a system that is set up, designed immaculately to ensure that your humanity never develops. You are the most dangerous individuals to this system that the system has ever seen. But so often, we don't understand what the system is. African Americans and Latinos are still a minority in the United States of America. I know it doesn't seem like you watch a couple football games, you think, we got this. We don't. Most of those brothers we broke within 5 years of playing in the NFL. Broke. Because so few of them understand the game. They've been played by the game instead of playing the game. As a minority, African American and Latino men represent less than 20% of all kindergartners. Yet, we make up over 50% of all kindergarten suspensions from school. I need y'all to stick with me because you're bright dudes, and today we're going to go there. Today I need y'all to stick with me. I need you to be the scholars that you are. I need you to be the powerful young brothers that you are because you are in for something. It's a soul awakening. Last week on Wednesday, it all changed for me. People often ask you, how you doing? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? My statements are always the same. I'm having the time of my life. And it throws people off, kind of like when I was little and people used to ask me what I wanted to be. I used to tell them the mayor of my town. I used to say I wanted to be the mayor because it was the highest thing that I could think of that would make them think that they should think about the way they think about me. If I had known of another thing back then that I thought that I could think about or to dream to be, I would have told them that. But now I say I'm having the time of my life because I don't know what's promised tomorrow. And too many people think about what they used to do or could have done, don't enjoy today. And too many people who focus on what can happen in the future don't see the present. When I say that over 50% of suspensions are of African American Latino boys, I want you to understand that you are being primed for destruction. At 4 and 5 years old, United States of America has set its gauge to make sure that you understand you ain't nothing and you ain't never gonna be nothing. See, the sooner you understand that, you start to push back on the system and you start to think, whoa, 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 I'm not going that route. It is not what someone says about you, it's what you say about yourself. It's how you refer to yourself. 90% of African Americans in the United States of America read below grade level by the 8th grade. This is not a mistake. This is not a calculation error. It is because it's believed that y'all don't want to read. It is because you've been led to believe that you can't, in some cases, read well, can't, in some cases, do math well. led to believe, I need you to understand, I don't want you to own responsibility for it because too many of you are too young to own this responsibility. This is a system. A system is something that repeats itself. No matter who's in charge, no matter where you are in these United States of America, I can guarantee you that if you are African American or Latino, that you are academically performing below all other children. In fact, in the state of California, African American children are outperformed by children who have special needs. I need y'all to understand, because this is not a game, man. I need you to understand that every single day there's a system in place of microaggressions to make it possible for the rest of the system to take shape. I told you, 90% reading below grade level. Though boys do not make up the majority of the population in school, 75% of all people, all kids who are identified as having learning challenges, learning disabilities, 75% are boys. Of that 75%, 80% are black and Latino. Which would mean that if you had 100 people who are identified as having special needs, meaning having challenges in learning, somebody saying that you're slow, that you don't pick up information as quickly as others, 75% of those would be boys. Of that 75%, 80% are boys of color. So out of 100 kids, that'd be 60 would be boys of color. The system is designed when teachers who are overwhelmingly female and white, that doesn't make them our enemy, it just makes them overwhelmingly female and white, are looking at black and Latino boys, they are not seeing what it is that we need them to see. The people who are making the identification are our educators. They're people who we trust and entrust with our future. You don't even know what's happening to you, but it is happening to you. Like ether, it is a poisonous gas of racism, of low expectations, where people believe because they see you in class, your very bodies are an existential threat. Means that you are just a threat because you exist. Means that you are an ongoing, impenetrable barrier that some people feel they have to stop. It's important that you understand this, because then when you side with the system, when you take these unearned disadvantages and you play them up, when you come to class and you're not prepared, you feed into the system. When you come to class or an event like this and you go to sleep, you feed into the system. When somebody takes the time to pull your little black behind aside and say, get it right, bruh, you're playing into the system. When you refer to yourself and your friends as the N-word, you're playing into the system. It's not what people call you. It's what you call yourself. It's what you answer to. It's what you believe to be. I absolutely promise you that the system is working immaculately. People say the school system is broken. No, it's not. That's a dumb thing. It's not broken. It's working. Folks, I need y'all to understand the roots of this system. See, we get it when it's the justice system. We understand the justice system is biased because we see a parenting expert who pays to get her kid into a college get 3 weeks in prison. But we see a black woman in the city of Bridgeport, where I run schools, get 12 years for trying to beat the system. All she wanted to do was to send her child, a homeless black woman. She wasn't doing anything other than trying to find a way around the system. The system is too broad and too tall. It is too aggressive to allow anyone to sneak around it. The system in many ways is like the lottery. It plays upon unreasonable expectations. Lottery is one of those things where as long as somebody won it one time, you think you could win it too. There's always a story about the kid who went to the school who went to Harvard. But they don't talk about the 97% of children who can't read on grade level. You don't know that you didn't do this to yourself. In this country, where it was not enough to rip black people from the continent of Africa, stack them on top of each other like logs, travel 2,000 miles on the rough seas, laying in excrement, bringing us to this nation and making laws that say that our movements and our bodies were not our own, that we could be sold like pencils and dogs, that our women could be raped. It was not enough. It was not enough. This country had to go one step further, had to make it illegal to teach black people to read. I need you to understand that. I need you to sit there for a second. It's not enough to imprison an entire race of people, rape their women, rob them of basic humanity. That was not enough. In this country, had to make it illegal to read, because it was clear that as soon as you did, you'd recognize that you were human. And as soon as you did, no matter what they tried to do to your body, your soul would be free. So deep was the commitment that the Bible itself was republished to remove certain sections, so that if you ever did learn to read, you wouldn't read sections that would tell you that you were not supposed to be a slave. So when you go to your school and you play down to the low expectations, all you are doing is traveling a long road that is over 400 years long to nowhere. "75 to 85% of all youthful offenders are what are referred to as functionally illiterate." That means that they could not read a Google search article, could not look on Yahoo, could not read a cereal box, could not read the morning announcements at church. I need you to understand this, young man. You didn't do this to yourself. You didn't. This is something that was set up to make sure that you never understood how powerful you truly are. They need you to go to sleep in class. They need it. Because 93% of the inmates in the United States of America are males. The system is immaculately maintained to ensure that you never make it. And all you need to do is to just let the system take you. All you need to do when your family says, hey man, I need you to do some homework. Nah, I ain't got no homework. All you got to do is dilly-dally and play video games. Please do. The system's just waiting for you. Do you realize that in this country, in this state, that the voters will pay 3 times as much money to lock your black ass up than it will to send you to college? 3 times as much money. 3 times. They don't even care if they break the bank as long as you go where they wanted you to go when they started this nation in the first place. This was never supposed to happen in this country. Y'all were not supposed to be on a college. You're not supposed to have a black college president. And because it wasn't supposed to happen, there are people every single day doing it, making sure that they can push it back and make America great again. I laugh sometimes when I see young people talking about being woke. Your ass ain't woke. This ain't no hashtag, homie. This is the real life thing. This ain't no social media lies. This is the whole story. Somebody loves you, tells you the truth. I'm not going to sit here and hit you with the gas and tell you all kings. You ain't. But that doesn't mean you can't be something. I'm not going to tell you could be anything because you might not. A lot of y'all walking around with hoop dreams. You might suck. And thank God you do. Because that's just your Creator saying, this ain't where your gifts lie. One of the best things that can happen is the thing that you think you wanted, you don't get. I lost that election when I ran. And thank God I did. Because I wake up in my dream every single day. I am having the time of my life. I see these young brothers here, sharp and alert. Whoever brought them, my hat goes off to you. All I'm thinking about is I just want to get back to my school. Because you got some soldiers here. And everyone else who took the time to bring these young men here. You are the Tubmans of our day. I don't care your race. I don't care about your gender. All I know is what your agenda is. Y'all want to break this system's back, and you know who's going to break it. You brought them with you. These young brothers are special. They ain't regular. They're not regular because they know deep down that in order for them to become what it is that they're supposed to be, they got to push themselves beyond what is expected of them. And so I say to all of you who brought them here, keep pushing them. I don't need them to like you. Ever. I need them to understand that you are here to coach them beyond a system that is too vast to ever explain in any single conversation. I need you to push them to a place where they understand that the only way they're going to make it is to make it. I have a friend, his name is Cleon Francis. I met him, I don't remember meeting him. Been my friend all my life. Really solid dude. You actually can't find a person who will say a bad word about him. Cleon is been a long time executive at ESPN, but he didn't start there. His family came from Jamaica, like many, without a lot. but a lot of kids. And this brother has been to me what so many of you are starting to be for one another. A brother. See, you need each other. You need somebody who you can lean on, you could be your true self. One of the most effective ways and one of the most egregious acts against African American, Latino, and all men is to convince you that you cannot feel. Because if you do, you look soft. And until we change that entire narrative, we're going to have to do it in closer quarters. You're going to need a brother or two or three who you can depend on throughout this process. Because I don't know what you're going through. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talk to young people. A lot of people want to come to my school. I'm sure all you teachers understand this. Everybody, I want to come and tell my story. I want to hear your goddamn story. It ain't even interesting. I'm going to take time out of class just for you to talk about yourself. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about this very essential part of growing up to become a man. You need other men who you can call. You need contemporaries who you can lean on, because unlike the way so many adults present the story, we're still living it. We're still trying to figure it out. It bothers me sometimes when I watch parents come into my office and talk about, I don't know where he gets that from. You don't? I understand what it has meant for me to have somebody I could call on when I didn't understand what to do with one of my own sons. Strange place to be seen as an expert in a subject, and then you have to actually do it. Anybody can be an expert in education or parenting on paper. But then you walk in the house and somebody took a dump in the toilet, they didn't flush nothing. You don't even see toilet paper. You wonder what kind of animal lives in your house. Then you walk over to the refrigerator and somebody left a swallow of orange juice, and you cannot understand what kind of lunatic would leave a whole big liter with a swallow in it that you can't even get a shot off of in your house. Or when you decide to jump the broom and you land and you realize, wow, that was a lot different than I thought it was going to be. When you're trying to figure out all these things that are going to come your way, when you're on a college campus and you are one of a few. When you're sitting up there wondering, man, you know what, maybe I should go home because I don't really know if this is for me, because I'm struggling to read these articles that they told me. And who assigns 100 pages of reading in 24 hours? What kind of sadistic situation am I paying to be part of here? See, because the way the system is designed, you are not supposed to ask for help in that way. You are led to believe that you're going to look like a punk if you ask for help, when that's exactly what you need. You need to call somebody. You might even need to cry. So when I landed last week, Wednesday, 9:30 in Kansas City, I got a call. I didn't know which one to pick up because I'd gotten so many. So I just called back the first person. And he said, Cleon is dead. My best friend is gone. You will never understand how important it is for you to have those people in your life. I speak in front of people all the time, man. It's what I do. I don't know why God gave me the ability to do it. I don't even know if I really like doing it. I like working with kids. I like being in my school. I like making sure their uniform is tight. I like hearing stories from them about how some girl used to like them, but she don't like them anymore. And tomorrow, I have to speak at my man's funeral. And the crazy thing is, I was going to call him to ask me what to do. Ask him what to do. Y'all don't understand that the system is not working in your favor. It is not. It leads you to believe that you ain't supposed to feel, but you are. Leads you to believe that you ain't supposed to love, but you are. Because if you don't love, you can't be human. If you don't love, you can't feel and you can't be human. And the system wins. You become just another statistic. One of the things that so many of you have been trained to say is, I don't care. Why'd you do bad on the test? Because I don't care. Why'd you lose? I don't care. I don't care about that girl. You do. I'm here to tell you that you will make the most of today when you understand why you are here. You are here to beat the statistics. You are here to find other brothers who are on the same path as you are. You are here to connect with women and men who brought you here. Because every single one of us is here for one reason. It's because we know what is working against you, and we cannot allow you to conspire for your own demise. One of the most important things that you can do is to understand that being tough, being hard, means being reflective. I've spoken to too many cats in prison, and they cry often. It is there that they recognize that they need social and emotional help. But that's not why you're here. You're here to beat that system. And so in the time that you have left in this conference, I need you to find other brothers along the way. And let that silly no homo stuff and all, let that go, man. That's not what this is about. Let it go. Find other cats in here who dream like you dream. You can't ever aspire to anything if you keep where you've been put. Your life will be changed many times between now and then. And it'll happen when you least expect it. But I assure you, the only way you make it to the next place is to have brothers who you can ride with. They're here. They're all here. And that the ones that you ride with are going where you're going. Because everybody who starts with you ain't going where you're going. I'm fortunate. I've had a lifelong friend. I'm fortunate in that I've had somebody who I can depend on. All the other stuff that people will come to you and brag about themselves being able to do, how much money they make, what kind of cars they drive, or where they live, or whatever else, whatever accolades. Stuff doesn't matter, man. It just doesn't matter. I believe in life, you either make a life or you make a living. How you make a living is how you pay your bills. How you make a life is how you pay your debt. When you're here, you should be thinking about the debt Who put you on? Who cared enough about you to pull you aside and bring you here today? Who in your life is about that life? Who wants you to do something better? Who is that cat, like there were in my life, those drug dealers who said, man, you can't be around here, you got to go. This ain't for you. Who are those people on whatever side of the law of life that are in your life? Who are those people? You got to put them on. You got to get to that next place. You got to get up out of where you are, wherever that is, to where you're supposed to be. Somebody brought you here because we need to beat the system. You are our soldiers. You're the whole team. We ain't got no bench. Ain't nobody coming behind you. This is it. So we got to rock with you, and you got to rock with us. My life has changed, and I don't know what's to come next. Nobody does. But I know this. It is my obligation to share with you that the most important thing that you can do is recognize that you're beautiful, that you're powerful and capable beyond anything that this system has put before you. It can't stop you. I'm still having the time of my life because it's the only life I have to live, and I got to make the most of it every single day, and I suggest you do the same. People will be born and die during your lifetime. You're going to greet some at a hospital and others at a morgue. But you got to make the most of your life. I don't know what you should do or what you should be for a living. I don't know. But I know how to make a life. You make a life by having the time of your life. Don't rest until you have done your best. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So we have time for maybe about 4 questions. So I'm going to ask Simone if you could take your mic up here, run this side, Sean this side, and we're just going to take 4 quick questions very quickly, or maybe 3. We'll take 3. So who has a question for Dr. Perry?
No, are you on social medias or anything like that? Instagram, Facebook?
I am on social media. I am. I don't lie up there, though. I tell the truth.
Anybody else? In the back? Okay, come down, darling.
My question is, when do you know that when is the right time in life?
When do you know when it's the right time in your life?
Yeah, in life.
When is the right time in your life? Now. This is it, son. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. A lot of people got plans for tonight. They ain't gonna make those plans. That's just real. That's not a bad thing. That's just what it is. But I mean, I don't want you to take that as me being a downer. I'm saying just the opposite. So go flat out, man. Seriously. Go flat out. Listen, Dr. King, Malcolm, T.D. Jakes, name a person who you admire. Anyone. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Everybody has 24. You'll be judged by what you do with them, not what you don't. So go hard. Go hard. I'm saying all of y'all, go hard. Flat out. Whatever you do. I used to have a high school football coach. We won some state championships and whatever, but he was a great coach. And he used to say before every game, have no regrets. I'm saying go flat out now. Don't wait to be invited to the party. Start your own. Okay. There's a question over there.
Oh, thank you very much for the talk. I just wanted you to add more enlightenment on, for example, the stereotypes of black men maybe having like dreadlocks and trying to get jobs, and some of them being turned down. What's your take on that? Thank you.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that somebody would turn. Well, that's not true. I know that people get turned down for jobs for a bunch of reasons, and you know, I have a lot of responses. A couple of them come with cuss words, so I'm gonna keep those out. But one of my responses is that nobody can turn me down from a job that I created myself. I haven't printed a resume in 20 years. Somebody fired me, I was like, ain't nobody firing me again. So I got fired once. And next time I'm fired, it's gonna be because I fired myself. So that's important. I know that you have to be able to express yourself as who you are. I recognize that the world is complicated, and dreads ain't the issue. It's the skin that's the issue, because a white kid with dreads would be just fine. So that's not the issue. The issue is the skin, and that person is somebody who I don't know that I would ever want to work with. That's just me. I can't speak for anybody else. Wear your hair any way you want. That's the way I see it. There's a couple questions over there.
So like, when did you find your passion in life? Like, how did you know you found your passion? Like, what steps did you
Question was, when did I find my passion? How did I know that I found my passion?
Yeah.
I hated being broke, man. It's not fun. Like, a lot of people talk about, when I used to live in the projects, I hated that shit. I hated being broke. Like, I hated the conversation in the car before you get to the store. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't look at nothing. We got sandwiches at home. I ain't buying no burgers. We got burgers at home. Like, I've been in the refrigerator. We ain't got that much. You're being awfully optimistic here. I looked before we left. Like, we ain't really got it like that. Like, I know that's what the goal is, but that's not really where we are right now. And they selling burgers at this place called McDonald's, so, So for me, I just hated being broke, man. I'm not lying. I was born on my mother's 16th birthday, third generation in public housing. It just wasn't cool for me. So I still don't really know what I'm gonna be. I'm still in the process of trying to figure it out. I'm very, very fortunate that I get to wake up in my dream. Sometimes the grown people are really tough to work with, but the kids are awesome. Grown people suck. I'm not even lying, man. If I could just no adults, just me and the kids, we'd be awesome. It'd be good. But I need the grown people, so I gotta I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm still working on. My passion is my community. My passion is my community. I want to be one of the solutions. I don't believe that I am the solution. I want to be one of them, and I want to be one of the people who people can depend upon to do what we say. And I want to just riff on that for a second, really quickly. One of the big knocks against a lot of people is that we don't follow through. I grew up with about to people. We about to get a job, about to move up out of here, about to get you a bicycle. Those about to, like, right? Okay, that's just my father, but whatever. Don't be about to person. Be about that. Be a person who gets it done. Be somebody who people can depend on. Your words got to be a bond, man. When you say something, you got to do it. People don't necessarily need you to be amazing. They just need you to do what you said. And in more cases than not, overperform. I mean, think about that, right? When you feel like you got the hookup, like you feel like you got a bargain, you paid less for something than what you were supposed to pay, you go back to that place. Like if you find $50 on the floor, I don't care how many times you walk past that place. It's irrational, but you're going to look down again. Be that $50 on the floor, so to speak. Be that. I'm saying to you, you already know what your passion is. You already know what your passion is. You already do. And I'll say something to you. When you are good at what you do, people find ways to help you do other things. They just do. I get invited to do things, and I'm thinking, I don't really know how to do that, but okay, fine. I got a very, very good friend of mine who is well-known. We were sitting, he has this, so it sounds like name dropping, but it starts to sounds silly if I just take it personally. So Steve Harvey is a very good friend of mine, and he does this this mentoring camp that you'll meet somebody else here who's from there. And one night we were sitting down, and he said, Doc, it's just me and you. Like, what do you really want to do? You know, you do some TV and stuff. Like, I could probably do something for you. You know, you do good on TV. I said, I want to run schools. He said, man, cut that, man. Like, it's midnight. Ain't nobody can hear you but me. Like, I'm just saying, like, you want me to, like, I said, if you do that, that's cool, I'll take it, because then it'll give me more visibility for my schools. I thought I wanted to be a politician because I wanted to help my community. I tried it, that sucked. I didn't have fun with that. I ran a homeless shelter, and one of the first residents I ran into was a girl I used to like in high school. So my passion has been my passion. I just want to move my community forward. I'm allergic to losing. And so I just feel like whatever team I'm on, we're going to win. One way or another. You might beat us the first game, but we're going to stay here all day. I'm the person who you're like, all right, fine, whatever. You win. Okay, cool. I'll take it that way too. So for me, my passion is winning. My passion in winning is for my community. I guarantee you already know what young people unfortunately get caught up on is what job you're going to do. That's not what this is about. All these grown people in here have had multiple jobs. They'll tell you the truth. And some of the refs on my kids' behalf. I get to go to robotics competitions. Like, I get to go to debates. I get to, yesterday in Harlem, there was a girl. She, you know, girls in teenage years are a lot. Whew, they're a lot. But I get to have a conversation with her. She had the wrong shoes on because we wear uniforms at our schools. And it started off as a uniform conversation with her being real stank, you know, about whatever, walking away from me. And then the conversation ended with me finding out something about a situation that she finds herself in and where she stayed the night before and why her shoes were not with her. I don't know why anybody would want to do anything other than that. I mean, to me, that's like, it's not about the shoes. It's so when I talk to people about what I do, anyone I know who's well-known or famous, I never talk to them about what they do because I don't really understand what they do. Right? You know, when Puff and I decided, when Puff and I decided to start opening schools, I was leaving an engagement party that he was at. Why am I at an engagement party that Sean Combs is at? I don't know. But I recognize I was in the wrong place and I should leave. Because all these people here are like famous people, and I'm an educator, and I was invited out of some sort of pity. I should leave before somebody's like, yo, why you here? So I start walking out, and I meet this brother, and he pulls me aside, and he says, hey, man, you know, I introduced myself to him. He says, I know who you are. I was like, wow, that's really dope. He introduced himself to me, and I'm like, that's funny. And he said, you know, I've always wanted to start a school. I said, good luck with that. And he said, no, I want us to start a school. And I'm like, all right. He had this bodyguard who was just, like, not human. I was like, is he standing on something? He's like, can I have your number? And I'm like, of course, because this guy looks like he's going to squeeze it out of me if I don't give it to you. And when he and I talk, I don't talk about making beats. I don't know how to make a beat at all. I only talk about what I know about. And so when I'm at his house and he's making a record, when I was at his house, he's making a record, and all the people who come in and do the record stuff start coming in, I'm like, I'm out. Because I don't know, I'm of no use to anybody. You like this? No. Like, I don't know. Like, what's my answer? I don't know. I think what you do is you say what you do, and you say it with the passion that it is, and people tend to want to do when they do what people are doing that they see loving it. I hate it, quite frankly. It's just me just being really real with y'all. I hate it that some of the people who've been teachers or principals or counselors or something in your life don't love their job. I hate it because what sucks is because you're not getting it. Like, this is a really cool way to earn a living. Like, it's just, I don't know anything else that sounds like it's as much fun. And I watch the same TV that y'all watch. I see the same people you see and know some of them, just for whatever, but not on their terms. I'm not there to, I think one of the reasons why some of these people are cool with me is because they know I don't want what they have. I really don't care. I'm not trying to compete for a role. I don't have headshots or any foolishness. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. And so when I talk to them in the same way I talk to these young brothers and sisters, which is to say, what I do, working with kids, I mean, this is the life. I mean, it really is the life. And I'll say this last part. My sons go to one of our schools, which they don't always love. And honestly, I don't always love it either. Because everybody got to have one child in the family who's got to just test the limits. And some of y'all might be that child, and you should stop. Because it ain't cool. It has a shelf life. So, but I get to take my sons to school every day. And as somebody who grew up without his father, whose father was in prison, for me to be able to make up for some of the things that I did not get to experience, just sitting in the car with my sons, just being in the car and having them physically in the car. It sounds crazy to some of y'all because you're like, I don't want to be in the car with my parents because they talk too much. That's true, we do. That is true, we do. But we don't, a lot of us are just nervous, really. We don't know what else to do. We don't know what else to say because y'all ain't really talking to us. So, you know, you got headphones and things sticking out of your head and playing with things, and we just pay attention to us because we really like you. Usually. So for me, it's not just the life that I do, the work that I get to do, but my family gets to be so much a part of the work that I have. And now my sons go to our school, which is just super dope for me sometimes, as I said, and for them sometimes. So when answering the question, how would I get more men of color involved in it, I let them know that, one, we need you. I get sick and tired of going to schools where they have this brother whose job basically is to be the dean of mean, and that's his job. Like, he's either security officer or something like that, or dean of students or something like that, and his job is to basically jack up little black and Latino boys all damn day. And nobody thinks of the optics of that. Nobody thinks of the implications of creating this overseer role. Why can't he be the academic dean, right? Like, why can't he be that guy? So we need more of you cats in what we do. Not just coaching, which is dope. Coaching is awesome, and we need you as coaches, but we also need you to coach our chess clubs and to coach our robotics teams and to be counselors and to be other people, because the more places that we see you in, the more we can undercut this system that's designed to do you wrong. The belief is that if you are in the system, then you can control it. I am the founder of schools. I need y'all to understand that. I'm light-skinned, but I really am black. And you need to recognize that you are looking at a free black man. And I need you to understand what that means. Not only am I free, but I can free my people by starting my own schools from scratch. There's no freer person than one who can take that which he has and give it at will to those who he values. That is the epitome of freedom. That's freedom. Every revolution starts with somebody walking into a room and saying, yo, we ain't got to put up with this mess no more. Whether it's a room, a cave, a hut, or whatever, somebody came in and said, this is not it. This ain't cool. We need to leave this joint and tear it up. Most revolutionary thing that I can think of is giving access to education to people who never were supposed to have it. Because as soon as you understand what it really means, it's not about an A on a geometry exam. That's dumb. You're missing the point. It's not that. It's that you mastered something that every single part of the United States government at one point or another was fixed on you not getting. And you did it. Damn, that's dope. Like, that's the real deal. You did it against all odds. You're special. And those same skills that you use to beat the system, you can do it over and over and over and over again. So much so that the system starts to pass laws. Because that's what the system does when we start getting too good at something. Charter schools start doing too well. Got to put a moratorium on charter schools. Can't have any more of those. Too many free minds. I need you to understand that ain't nobody going to come in and help you any more than at the end of the day you're going to help yourself. Thank the people that you need to thank. But I'm asking you, like, to finish here, as the brother asked, you're going to make a living, you're going to pay your bills. Whatever, got that. But I want you to make a life. I want you to find out where you fit in, what you can do to make other people's lives better. Because I don't know about you, but when I grew up, going to the party by yourself was corny. And when you ride with a bunch of people in the car, number one, they're supposed to pull up some money for some gas. And B, if something jumps off at this party, we all fighting. So if you're not riding with those kinds of people, I need you to ride in a different car. I need you to go with people who came to change the world, because that's what you came to do. You don't realize it. You will remember some of this day. You won't remember all of it. But if you remember nothing else, you did something that you were not supposed to do. And when you do it right, when you really do it right, you ain't going to just change your life, but you're going to change the world. Thank you again so much.